Hey everybody, part 3. So, the end of this little conversation with a group of guys. So we sat and we talked about everything. Once we got past the awkward moment and this guy over here being instructed respectfully that he was a giant BSer, um, the conversation went completely in a better direction. And the guy that was across from me that was telling all the stories, he clanked my can 1919. He said, "Dude, thank you." And I said, "For what?" He's like, "I know now, and I'll change it." No lie. Like I was saying, the conversation went great. At the end of it, we all shook hands, and they all said, "Hey, man, great to meet you. If we see you around or whatever, man." But anyways, I tell that story because it aligns with the power of truth, right? The power of being honest. And once again, the truth will always set you free. This guy had to be shown that he was a the gist of that. Um, he had to be shown the error of his wrongs so that way he could correct it. Because not everybody will do that these days, right? People will just let people be in the wrong, and they won't have the courage to go up and say, "Hey, dude," or "Hey, sweetheart," right? Because everybody is so scared to tell the truth. They're so scared to be honest. They're so scared to have to accept that they're wrong about something and just move on with life. Correct the action and move on. I'm going to use the yellow brick road concept here for just a second because I think it'll be easy to understand. So, I want you to all think about the yellow brick road. Right? It's supposed to be the golden path to life, yellow brick road. As long as you stay on the yellow brick road, you won't ever have any problems if you don't deviate, if you don't, whatever. You'll get to the wizard eventually, and the wizard will be wisdom and courage and heart and all of that, right? And there's gonna be obstacles along the way. There's gonna be things that test you along the way. There's gonna be right. That's where all the characters in that movie display the cowardly lion and the scarecrow and right. If you look at it, that's what the storyline is trying to tell you. That along the way, you're going to run into things that test you, that try you, that challenge you, that see where your heart lies, that challenges your fears, that shows you what you really need to know so that way you can move forward in a more ethical and logical standpoint, right? Whether you believe it or not, all the movies that you watch, they all teach you a lesson in one way, shape, or form. It's a matter of seeing it for what it is and not for what you want to see it as, right? Right? So, but and I'm seeing that in a lot of these movies, right? A lot of these movies that they'll throw things in there that kind of get you thinking as you're watching the movie, right? Because believe it or not, you're trying to see the storyline. You're trying to catch the plot of it. but the plot is right there in front of you. It'll legitimately like almost smack you in the face, kind of thing. And it's just a matter of carrying that with you as you go. So think of that. Think of that like down the yellow brick road. All the challenges, all the stops, all the maybe you stub your toe on a brick uh, and maybe you trip a little, right? I think the Cowardly Lion will definitely speak a good tune here. The Scarecrow, right? Because we can all act cowardly at times. We can all be scared of things and whatever, and scared of change, and scared of evolution, and scared of becoming a better self, right? Because we get so familiar with the old that the new looks scary. I mean, here I am in my early 40s, everybody, and I can't tell you the amount of changes that I'm trying to acclimate to. All this technology stuff, right? For you younger folks out there, right? But for us older folks, I'm gonna say it like that. It takes us a little bit more time because we're used to doing it in ways where we didn't have a computer that we had to do everything for. Right? We had to sign a piece of paper. We had to put a piece of paper into a machine, and we had to actually chuck it out. Right? And then we had to pull it out, and we had to push a spindle back in place to do it again. That's what I learned to type on. By the way, I learned to type on a typewriter. Just so you guys know. When I was in high school, that's we were just they were just about to take up the typewriters from various things, because the computers didn't come into play until like really come into play until like 2003 2004, that time frame kind of thing. That's when the computers kind of started taking over everything. But uh, but the Yellow Brick Road, that storyline will teach you everything that you need to know from life. The movies that you watch, the various things that are around you every day that you may not realize. They're all trying to teach you something, my friends. That's the truth. But that's enough about truth and honesty. I think you guys all get the point. So let's try to find a way to navigate this to where we can all be more honest and truthful with ourselves and with the various people in our lives, and see where it takes you. See what it does for you. But hope you guys are all having a great night and sending lots of love. Have a great night. Until next time.